Hello students, we welcome you from wonderful island of Langkawi, and today again we meet our Gareth. So what? I'm gonna ask him some new questions.
Okay.
Gareth, but please, anyway, first of all, please introduce yourself again to our students, one of our leading teachers.
Okay, I don't even know how many times now, but I am Mr. Gareth, and I have been with Embassy for a couple of years now, teaching at the camps, and I really enjoy it, which is why I'm here again.
Let's do it. Are there any unique educational techniques you've started using due to your experience in our camp?
Yeah, definitely. I believe that there's an opportunity in the camp to create a lot more interactive learning, and that's something that I've brought into the classroom. And when I'm sharing resources with other teachers, I'm encouraging them to do the same, because the nature of the camp is that the young people are in a lot less formal setting, so there's the opportunity to create more games, more informal situations. And for me, I like to create the environment where they can be expressive and interactive games, for example.
Give us an example.
So there's a very popular game that a lot of teachers are using, which I have introduced, and it's called Block-It. Block-It, yes. And for the students who have been in my class, even other teachers' class, in terms of feedback, we get a lot of good feedback on that interactive game. So basically what it is there's a certain theme. So for example, if we're talking about the difference between in and on, or can, may and must, for example, there's themes around ESL, and the guides or the students can connect their device. And there's questions that they answer. They can do things like steal gold from each other. So there's a competitive edge.
Yeah,
but the best thing for us as teachers is we get a report at the end of all the students.
With all their grammar mistakes?
Grammar mistakes, but also, for example, it's a good indication, almost like an examination, for us to understand who is listening, who is getting the information. And then from this we can help to support people, or that is the key, that you get a report, it's not just a game.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. How has working in our international camp influenced your professional development?
Definitely my accent.
You have to describe why.
Yeah, when I first, obviously my accent, when I first started, a lot of the students were like, sorry, I don't understand, or...
Why?
I think that my accent, especially the Northern Irish accent, it's very quick, and having to adapt to the different nationalities, and obviously this is second language, sometimes 3 or 4 languages that the students are learning, which is incredible. And yeah, for me, adapting to talking slower, focusing on my pronunciations, and maybe the people who are watching can see previous videos that I'm trying to work on it as well.
Maybe from the first camp, but from the previous one the accent was the same.
The accent was, maybe the same. So,
adapted already.
Yes, adopted. But also it's about the student and what they're getting from me, essentially. You know, if I'm just talking like rah, 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 in my native tongue, then they're not going to be learning. They're going to be going away from the class with more questions. So it's about me being more professional and more responsible as a teacher to understand
that's why kids love you.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, next. For me, it's a very interesting question. What trends in education do you find most promising, and how could they be integrated in our camp?
Obviously, technology.
You mean AI?
AI is a big, the future. AI, teachers are starting to even use AI to ask questions around information resources. But just technology in a whole, in terms of AI in terms of
VR.
VR that we're having in the camps. So AI, VR, these things are really good tools for information, but also helping with, for example, translation, interpretation, understanding of context as well. And it's such a really exciting time for students because for one, I try to promote less paper and more eco-friendly, but also more interactive, because this is the language of the students.
Any social trends?
Social trends, apart from like dances and stuff.
For example, our teacher David, he sings.
Yes.
He sings with the kids, and you?
Yeah, different social. I think for me, as I said, the introduction of for example, Block It, interactive games. It's more about the students' language. That is the key, and I'm trying to keep up with trends, with language, with lingo that students are maybe using, because it can benefit me, and it can also build the relationship and the relation between teacher and student as such. Yeah.
Good. What skills do you think will be most important for the next generation, and how can the camp help develop this?
I think in terms of skills, young people or students, I still believe personal development is a big thing for students, and that doesn't just, if we're talking in terms of learning English, learning a language, a lot of the students, for example, they're speaking, a lot of it is to do with their confidence. You know, maybe they say, I don't speak English very well, and a challenge of, oh, what do you mean by that?
That's why they're here.
That's why they're here, and enabling them to practice English, to be able to make mistakes, you know, because that's what they fear. So for me, I think still personal development. I think anything relating to technology, as we talked about already, AI, even understanding social media, for example. I think that the future is quite bright, but yeah, students are, how would you say, leading the way, and it's about teachers having to be proactive and also being in with the trends, understanding the context, open-minded, because as you know, we spoke about this, like cultures are very different, how people see the world, how people, what their perspective is. So yeah, in terms of that, I'm a huge believer that still the personal aspects away from technology are crucial. But if you could get the balance of socializing and technology, there's something good there, I think.
Okay, and the last question. What has been the most rewarding part of your teaching experience at the camp? And my favorite questions every time, I'm asking camp leaders, teachers, and everyone, all this stuff.
I think it's a hard question to answer, because a lot of people get into teaching because they feel that's something else, or it's something that they're passionate about, but there's a lot of selfless. So in terms of me, definitely I really enjoy looking at, for example, the reviews that the students are saying. But the main thing which I enjoy is, obviously I've been back to the camp several times now, but when I'm seeing students return, for example, that's a good sign. And even other students who are saying, like, I know you, my friend was in your class, like things like that, is rewarding at the same time. So in terms of the word of mouth, people returning, and being a part of the journey as such of people around the world, essentially, their lives is, it's very interesting and something that I really enjoy.
Cool. Gareth, thank you very much for your time again, for answering the questions. Guys, if you have more questions, please write down below in the comments, and we will ask Gareth during the next camp. You will see him again on our YouTube channel.
Hopefully, yeah.
Not hopefully, we will.
Yeah. Okay.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.